against disagreeing just for the sake of disagreeing. It is indeed a great achievement that they've come with a bit of a recommendation that will give us a platform upon which, Mr. Speaker, sir, we can build a way forward. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is not lost to us that there are quite a number of things that we did when we passed the 2010 Constitution. There are some of those, and I belong to those who believe that we could have changed the Constitution and then emigrate it. But Mr. Speaker, sir, I do remember in our desperation to have a new Constitution, there was one camp that said tupitishe tubadilishe baadaye, and there are those who say tubadilishe alafu tupitishe. This report, Mr. Speaker, sir, it seeks to redress the issues that were omitted, and I find it very bold that despite the differences we have in the political arena, people can come up with a suggestion on the way that we can move forward this country. I'm fully aware that, Mr. Speaker, sir, that this country belongs to all of us, despite our political inclination. It is indeed very important that we start looking at those issues, the perennial issues that will come every 5 years and face this country like we've never had an election before. Mr. Speaker, sir, the issue of IEBC must be decided in sober mind. The issue of two-thirds gender rule must also be decided. It is not lost to Kenyan, Mr. Speaker, sir, that we need to have our sisters, our mothers, our daughters equally in power. At least, Mr. Speaker, I think you must all appreciate, currently as it is, we have 7 women governors who have not been appointed, but they've gone out there and fought for to be elected. Some of them even have flawed very, very strong men. Mr. Speaker, sir, moving forward, this is a spirit that we must encourage. We must have a platform, a fair playground for everybody. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is not also lost to me that we do waste a lot of time trying to engage on things that we could have solved several decades ago. I find this report, Mr. Speaker, sir, that it is a very, very good stepping stone for us to be able to handle issues, for us to be able to encourage ourselves to look at facts as they are and moving forward to conclusively solve them. Mr. Speaker, sir, it would be deceptive for us to say that the report did not address the cost of living. Mr. Speaker, sir, it is known to everybody in this House that the dollar, which has been skyrocketing, using its own dynamic, is now coming down. Mr. Speaker, sir, we all know that cost of living is a combination of several factors. One of them is the conducive environment upon which people work. It is the good outlook that people have. Currently, Mr. Speaker, sir, without the intervention of the government, because of the good lanes that we've got, because of the subsidized fertilizer that we've got, the cost of living, the cost of flour that was costing about 300 shillings just the other day, now is going about 100 and still going down. Mr. Speaker, sir, these are some of the things that you cannot hold on a paper. These are some of the things that can only be gotten and can only be won by a combination of good policy, effective framework, accountability, and governance. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would want us to challenge ourselves as we sit in this House that this document as it is, it gives us an ample document upon which we can be able to negotiate, we can be able to address, we can be able to relook, and we can be able to get a conclusion and a solution to most of the problems that face this country. Mr. Speaker, sir, this can only happen if we come with utmost good faith. This can only happen if we start not looking at ourselves as them against us, when we start not talking at each other, but talking with each other, so that we can be able to say this country needs people and leaders who can bring a solution that the future generations one day will say, yes, the 13th Parliament, when they sat and met, when they had the NADCO report, they were able to provide a platform upon which to build a solid country. Mr. Speaker, sir, as I commend the team that sat together, despite the political differences and the political temperatures at that time, Mr. Speaker, sir, this is a commendable document, maybe not a magical document, but it is highly commendable, a platform upon which we are able to form the basis of future negotiations. Moving forward, Mr. Speaker, sir, I think everybody has learned that it does not need to take anybody to go to the streets, to throw stones, to take tear gas, that we can change this country by simply having a dialogue, talking to one another, and deciding this is the way we want to move forward. Mr. Speaker,